Hi guys, welcome to another video from Overbite Gaming, and today we're going to be talking about Star Citizen again. Yes, I am still playing it, and seeing as I'm still playing it, I've experienced my first major patch. So 4.8 was released. Now, I knew ahead of time that it was a wipe. So basically anything you hadn't received via paying for in the pledge store, you lost, which was, you know, slightly annoying. Is the day before the patch, because I didn't realize the patch was rolling out then. I bought a prospector and had about 8 pods full of ore in my hangar ready to be refined. That was a wasted evening, but that was my own fault because I didn't know. Excuse me. So I can't complain about that. However, the patch has made the game largely unplayable, if I'm honest. And they're running free flight as well, so that's not helping matters. It's because people are coming on, it's increasing the server's load. I mean, you know, Area 18, where DefenseCon is currently happening, so you can try out ships for free, is a complete mess. It's just, it's reducing like frame rates. It was like a slideshow when I first logged in, so I got the hell out of there as quickly as possible. And I'm staying on the sort of Lagrange stations around the place, out of the way of the major hubs, to try and avoid, you know, heavy server loads. Now, the 4.8 does introduce a few things, like the refueling contracts, and a few ships are now available for purchase that weren't before, including the Drake Cutter, which I tried to hire twice. I emphasise try because it took my money and didn't give me the ship. So that was nice. So the game is, it's frustrating because yes, we know it's an alpha, and yes, we know there's bugs, so yes, fine, but you know, the whole point of a patch is to make things better, not to destroy it completely. There is so much wrong with the game right now, it is essentially unplayable. They've either returned courier missions where you go and pick up the box, so I'm doing those because those seem to work for the most part. Although selecting the mission can be hit or miss, because you go to accept the mission and it goes mission unavailable, and then you go back to the available contracts and it's still in there, so you just keep trying to select, and eventually it cottons on that you actually want to select it and it allows you to select it. I tend to just use the ones from the little outposts where you don't need docking clearance as well. Because a number of times I can't get docking clearance at stations. I press the prompt on screen, I press the shortcut, nothing happens. I don't get a landing pad, nothing. I did an hour's worth of mining in my golem because I'm down to my golem and my Drake Cutter because of the wipe. And yeah, I spent an hour mining and couldn't get clearance in any station to drop it off, so I just had to exit and lose that. Lovely. There's a lot of, I don't know if it's probably caused by lag, but like yesterday I couldn't actually retract my landing gear and it was behaving really fucking funny, like the flight controls. So I would like jet up to like off the ground, I was like taking off, but it was only doing like 30 meters per second because the landing gear was down. So I tried to bring them up, couldn't bring them up, tried the in-cockpit lever, wouldn't work. It didn't even have what it was. And when you hover over it, normally comes up with like F and then what it does. Nope, it came up with F, ... underneath. Okay, good. And I took my foot off the gas, but normally it just hovers. Not this time, it just fell straight back to fucking planet Earth and started rolling about. I was like, oh god. It eventually resolved itself. As soon as I was able to like get it stashed, I quit and relogged. The first night I played it, I couldn't get to my personal hangar. It would take me to an external docking port. No matter which element I tried, I tried relogging. It was just like, nope, you're going to an external docking port. Tough. So ship rails don't work, as I said. I'm having some funny issues with the inventory, like I'll go into it and there won't be anything there, but there is. and then I'll come out and go back in, and then it'll be there. The routing still is iffy. That's been a relatively common complaint though throughout Star Citizen, that the routing doesn't always work when you click route. You kind of like have to keep clicking it or pressing R. For a lot of times though, you can't even click. It doesn't react to you clicking on it, so you actually have to press R anyway. So there's that. I'm seeing lots of wrecks literally everywhere I go. I think it's to do with the new system, because they've started bricking ships that are left to stop people duplicating them, yeah? Because a lot of the duping is cause people to make obscene amounts of money, and that's why you go in the chat and go, oh, can I have some money? And someone gives you like 100 million, because they've got more money than they can possibly spend at this point. And that was part of the reason for the wipe, to reset the economy and apparently fix it. I'm sure they haven't though, because I'm sure people are still finding ways to exploit it, because let's face it, it's not exactly airtight, is it? Which is a shame, because I was really getting into it. And the patch has just really soured me a little bit on it. I mean, I'm still going to keep trying to play it, but it's just been an exercise in frustration thus far. It's sort of more like the old days when I used to play it. At like 4.7, it seemed relatively playable. You know, there were little hiccups and glitches and stuff, and occasionally I'd like lose a ship because of it or stuff like that. But for most of the time, I was able to play it how I wanted. And then they've introduced this, and then they've let all these other free players in who are just tanking the servers anyway. So it's like, I know why you're letting 3 players in. You're trying to let them have a taste of the experience of Star Citizen, and then go out and spend money on your pledge store so they can continue playing and buying ships from you and making you money. Do you think this is an experience that's going to make them do that? Really? I don't think it is, somehow. It's not a great experience at all. Freight elevators busted to fuck. They'll get, when you like send it down or send it up, it could get stuck at like the progress bar going around and sort of while it's in transit, and it gets stuck like that, and you've lost your load. So I normally do hauling jobs, but I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I mean, plus like to do hauling jobs, I mean, what am I going to do? I've got 4 units of cargo space in my car, none in my golem. You know, I could stuff like maybe another 4 if I'm lucky into the car, and that'd be a fucking tight squeeze. But like to do any serious cargo jobs, I'm going to need to hire a ship, and I can't hire a ship because it just eats my money. Because I used to do a really reliable cargo run. I think it was from, name escapes me. I think it was from Dunham Spaceport, or something close like that, to an orbital station there. And I'd hire a Hawaii, and I'd take up 6 sort of rookie contracts with very small direct rookie contracts that would just be down to Dunham, and I'd take 6 of them, and it would earn me 300,000 a run. You know, they're all in one SCU boxes, so it was a pain in the ass to load. But you know, 300,000, that's a decent bundle of money, and you could just go back and forth doing that. And you know, I can't do any of the cargo missions because there's a chance I'm going to lose it. And even if I'm able to find one where like I'm not having to make 3 trips because of like the limitations on my ship, I mean, I've managed to work up to about 1.5 million now just by doing courier jobs. But the courier jobs, I've leveled the rep up to contractor, and it's still only giving me like entry and junior level missions. I don't even know if there's contractor missions for it at this point. Maybe there isn't. Maybe it'll just give me better missions when I got the next grade. I don't know. But like, to do a lot of these, it takes a little while, because you have to go to a planet, land on the planet, carry it in, go in, pick it up, take it out, put it in your ship. Which, top tip, don't put it on your cargo spaces, because I couldn't pick it up again when I did that, so I'm now putting it in my little cabin in my car instead, just on the floor next to the bed. And then you got to, fly to wherever you're going and then drop it off again. I mean, it's not too bad if it's on the same planet, Although it was, because initially I couldn't select a target on the planet that I was already at. I had to go somewhere else and come back. If you set a route to it, it would like take you to like the main planet, and then you'd have to come back, which was bobbins. But apparently that was working as of yesterday, so I don't know if it still works. I'll find out, I guess, after work. You watch them release a patch now, well, before this video comes out, and be like, "Yep, fixed everything, well done." Although I doubt it. There's just so much wrong with it. It's just, if you do, I mean, this is the same in a lot of workplaces. I mean, my workplace has done this. They released a major patch just before something really big is happening, and you want the system to be reliable for. If you're doing a free-to-play, don't patch it just before the free-to-play. It makes fucking sense. You have the stable version available for the free-to-play so that people can see what the game does, not how the game is broken. You will not convince people to spend money on a broken game. You will convince people to play money for a game that's got a few bugs but is generally playable. It's not rocket science, lads. Oh, God, I don't get it. So I haven't even gone into Defense Con, if I'm honest, because I mean, the performance is going to be horrendous, I imagine. I haven't tried it. I'm staying away from it, to be honest with you. And I'm really hesitant to buy a ship. Like, I'm putting the money away, and I'm like, okay, I'm probably going to have to buy a Huey, right? I'm probably almost there now, to the point where I can almost get the Huey. But if I do that, is it just going to take my money and keep the ship like it does on the rentals? I don't know. You know, maybe I should like buy like a Grey Cat Rock or a Geo or an Atlas. You know, something small first, and then see if I get that. And if I get that, I'll feel okay about getting the ship. I think that's probably the way I'll play it. But at the moment, it's just like instead of like having all these loops available and deciding which one I want to do, it's like looking at these loops and thinking, okay, which one of these gives me the best chance at not experience any errors? And that's outside of server errors. There are a bunch of server errors. Admittedly, a lot of them you just have to wait for like 5 minutes and it comes back where you were. So I think it switches you over to a different server, which is good. That's good. It'd be nicer if it was faster, but there you go. But there have been like just getting booted from servers. For a while I was playing on the US servers because they seem to be marginally more stable. I guess that makes sense. It's probably their biggest player base in the US. But I was playing yesterday on the best location ones, and it seemed to be about the same now. So I guess they've done server-side fixes. We have yet to get a patch, at least at the time of recording. But it's a shame. It's a game that I was seriously loving. I've put in a lot of hours in since I did the video, and I've been enjoying it. And I had myself a bit of a fleet. So I had the Golem and the Cutter, obviously. I had the Ares Anvil Ares Pisces, is that it? The Pisces. I don't know where that came from, but it went with the wipe. It was not something I bought in-game. I just had it for some reason. So, don't know what that was about. Maybe that was a reward for being a pledge or something. I don't know. But if it did, it went, and it never showed up in my pledge hanger in the website. So, don't know. One thing I do like is the ability to part exchange your ships in the pledge store. So I got the Golem because I figured having a mining ship like after a wipe would be a good move. Little did I know that, you know, mining is pretty much a waste of time at the moment. I'm not sure, but I've heard tales of refinery orders not working either, so it really is a waste of time. And I think I paid 20 quid for it because I traded in my Aurora Mark 1, which is what I actually got initially on my package. I bought the car separately because I figured, 4 cargo space, that's better than the like 2, I think it was, in the Aurora. But I had the Pisces anyway, which I didn't know. So yeah, but now the Pisces gone, so I'm glad I did it. Oh, and the game confuses me, man. But yeah, I mean, it is just such a mixed bag, and like to see all those ships gone, it does hurt because I spent a lot of time getting them. I mean, I had a Crusader Intrepid. I had a Gladius, I had a Raft, a Vulture, obviously the Golem and Cutter. I just bought a Prospector. Puff, all gone. All that hard work. Not happy, but I knew that was a possibility, so I'm okay with it. You know, I can rebuy it, possibly. I might be able to rebuy it. But it's just now so making it so difficult to earn money by doing contracts that... I mean, the junior level courier contracts I am able to do, they're like 45 grand each. Well, I was making like 300 dropping off 6 of the extra small cargo deliveries before. You know, so it's like that would be 6 contracts as opposed, well, it'd be 6 contracts compared to the 6 contracts I was doing at once. Now, I could stack them up, but they're all over the place. So you've got to go whatever. It's not as efficient as that run that I had. I don't think it was Port Tressler. It might have been. Not sure. Anyway, so Star Citizen at the moment is in a pretty bad place. I'm assuming we'll get some patches coming along the pipe pretty soon. And they are aware of a lot of the issues, although the bug on the patch page of the website, or the bug list, it's not complete, definitely. So I don't know if it will get back. It might take a while to get back to where we were, essentially, which is a bloody shame because I was enjoying myself. In fact, it was difficult for me to actually get time to play the games I needed to review because of it. I mean, I've got a few new games and I haven't played much of them. I did play some more of Directive 8020 or whatever it is. And yeah, it's a stealth game, and yes, I don't like playing stealth games. It's a real... I have to really sort of push myself to play the damn thing because I know I'm not going to enjoy it. So I don't know if I'll eventually finish it and make a review, but I won't put money on it, put it that way. I do have a few things to say about it, but I just don't enjoy playing the game, so kind of makes it difficult, right? Anyway, guys, I think that's me waffling on for long enough. Yeah, Star Citizen, it's not putting its best foot forward for the new players, and for the old players, I mean, it's the first patch I've been there for, and I'm seeing a lot of people sort of, I won't say moaning, because I think people that point out legitimately problems in the chat getting called moaners is not really fair. But it's also kind of like, yeah, I know it's an alpha, but it's worse now. You've made it worse. Stop making it worse. Make it better. Kind of thing. And like people were like, oh, stop moaning, fuck's sake. This happens on every patch. I'm like, yeah, but should it? Or have you just become like a nerd to the fact that they break it with every patch? I don't know. I think we should be expecting better. I mean, it's a great game, and what they've done is a technical marvel. But if you can't update it with breaking almost every system in the game, I think you need to really test pack. I mean, you have a test server, for fuck's sake. How? I mean, it was rolled out in the test server first. How did none of this get picked up and someone go, yeah, we probably should delay moving this into the live server until, you know, it doesn't break everything. Anyway, guys, this is in my lunch hour, so I'm gonna leave it there. Take it easy, and I'll catch you next time.